Airports in general suck, but especially JFK is like the worst airport. Alright, so JFK airport sucks, right? Well, the first thing about JFK is the commute to get there. Getting there and getting out of there is like the worst experience. If you want to get to JFK and it be a smooth ride, the best time to go is like from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's like the best time to go, because even if you leave at 5 a.m. and you're getting there, the traffic could be smooth throughout the whole time. But once you get close to that terminal, you're like 5 minutes away from the terminal, you're stuck in 20 minutes worth of traffic every single time. At least 20 minutes. Leaving it is not as bad, but it's still bad because once you get your bag and you're waiting for somebody to pick you up, even leaving the premises, there's so much traffic, so many lanes. But now we got through the traffic, now we head into the people that go to JFK. I don't know what is it about the people in JFK, it feels like they're purposely there just to make your experience worse. So after the horrible traffic, I finally got to the airport. Now, I already checked in on my phone. So I'm waiting at the kiosk amongst hundreds of people, and I'm sitting behind a line of people and watching the people that's trying to sign in or claim their baggage taking like 10 minutes apiece each person. I don't know what it is, but it feels like every time I'm behind somebody, it's like it's their first time ever seeing a kiosk. And there'd be people that don't speak English, or English is not their first language, but they pick the option English when they give you multiple languages, and then go ask for help later after 15 minutes of not knowing what to do, and then ask a Spanish speaker to help them. Blows my mind. A quick remedy for that is to have special kiosks where it's for people that know what they're doing, and it has a timer like 2 minutes. If you can't do what you're doing in 2 minutes, get to the back of the line or go somewhere else so we get things moving. So you're on the line to show your ID or your passport, and I don't understand with this. People will stand on the line, and the line at JFK is really long, so you have a lot of time to think about what you're going to do at your next move. Bare minimum, you're going to be spending like 50 minutes on that snake way line. Super long line. People would really stand on the line for the longest, for 50 minutes to an hour, now look for their things that they need to present. So they end up wasting 4 minutes just to look for the things that they needed to do, which they already should have had it ready on hand. Then you get to the part where you have to take off your shoes and go through the scanner. Now I don't know what's up with these people every single time, which is why I kind of understand TSA workers when they get so annoyed and upset. You'll always have somebody, and the TSA workers be yelling it from yards away, to no electronics, take your shoes off, put it in the bin. And there's always a few people that do not listen and have some type of electronics on them and don't take their shoes off. And to the people that take their shoes off and have no socks and walk around barefoot, you're a different breed of people. Then I got the workers. The workers there, it's like at JFK, they're inconsistent or whatever the case may be, but I feel like they be making up rules on the fly. Or I should say lack of consistency, I should say. Alright, so for the workers, let's rewind back to the beginning. I had one of the workers weighing my bag, and apparently the bag was too heavy. By how much? By 2 pounds. Usually when you exceed the weight limit, you have to pay a fee. So since I was only up by 2 pounds, I asked how much was the fee. The worker proceeds to say $150 for the 2 pound fee. So now I was like, screw that. So I went in my bag, pulled something out to reduce the weight, and I ended up pulling out a jar of crab legs. Wasn't sure if it was gonna make it through the x-ray, so I went to another worker. He held it in his hands, confused, asking me, what the hell is this? I don't know, just like a jar of crab legs. I just wanna make sure with you if it's gonna make it through. Then he just handed it back and said, yeah, you should be good. Alright, bet, let's go to the x-ray. Got to the x-ray machine, and apparently in JFK airport, I am too big for the x-ray machine, so I have to get patted down. After I'm done with that, I see the tray that had the jar of crab legs did not make it through the machine. So now I'm upset. I'm like, man, that guy lied to me. At this point, I'm running late for my flight, and I need her to check my tray ASAP. But there was 4 trays ahead of me, and it was like big carry-on bags, and she was taking like mad long for each of them. My tray only had a jar of crab legs and foam runners. So I went and asked the worker, can you do my tray first so I can make it to my flight? It only takes 2 seconds. She was not jacking any of it and said I had to go in order. Now I'm just sitting there panicking, and I see another worker, and I asked him, hey, can you do my tray real quick? I need to catch my flight. He was cool. He said, yeah, I got you. He took the jar, looked at it, gave it to me. He's like, all right, you good. But before I even got to catch him, I already wasted like 20 minutes standing there waiting for her to get to my tray. So I ended up missing my flight, but I bought another one for an embarrassing amount of money. Then I had to go to another terminal. I asked another TSA worker for simple instructions to get to the air train, and the person gave me unbelievable amounts of attitude and flamboyancy. And every time I go to JFK, it's always got to be that one TSA worker that's over the top rude and sassy. So now I finally made it to the terminal and went back to the x-ray machine. They had to pat me down again, and the same tray with the jar of crab legs and the foam runners didn't make it through the machine. But this time I had all the time in the world. My flight leaves in 10 hours. I got time today. Now they telling me that the jar of crab legs couldn't make it through because it didn't make it through the machine. I told them 5 hours ago I was with Delta and they let me pass with the jar of crab legs. Then she proceeds to tell me what does that mean? Maybe different terminals have different rules and regulation, but if one TSA worker let me slide, I don't know why you can't. Made it to my second flight, finally landed to my destination, but remember, my luggage was in the other flight, so I have to go and claim my luggage. At this point, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I went to the baggage claim office. I'm telling the dude that works there the story of what happened, and he just looks confused, like he doesn't even work there. So for like the 10th time, I told him I missed my 7:30 flight. I showed him the boarder pass and every information I could have. I even described exactly what the luggage looked like. He gets up and says, hold on, went to the back of the room, pulls out my luggage and says, is this yours? Yeah. Oh, you were the guy that missed his flight at 7:30. I don't know if he was trolling or messing with me or he's serious, but I'm very curious on how he got his job. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, or if not, it doesn't really matter. All right, peace out.